we're excited to kind of hear about the positions that you got. So you're going to be working. But okay, so tonight, yeah, I wanted to chat with you because you had your, we're excited to kind of hear about the positions that you got. So you're going to be working as a claims adjuster after having kind of worked with me for a little bit. Do you remember how long have we been working together? It's been at least a year, right?
So it's been a little bit over, I'd say, it was the end of 2020. So probably a little bit, year and a half, or a
You
year and
said
some change, I can say,
a
a
year
year
and
and
some
some
change. That's what
change.
I'm thinking.
Yeah,
It was like
year and
during
some
the
change.
pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what made you reach out to me?
So I'm a risk management and insurance major, and I was just really wanting to learn more about the industry that I'm getting into. So my friend's mom actually told me about insurance adjusting, and I was looking into it. I was watching YouTube videos to see what exactly is adjusting because I mean, most people know about insurance, but they don't know about the careers within insurance and something like a adjuster or an underwriter or other different careers within this field.
Hmm.
So I was like, okay, this is something that I could do. I went ahead and I had signed up with a pre-licensing course in Cobb County, and from there, um, took the course. Then I eventually took the exam. Took the exam while I was in school. That was very hard.
I can
Balancing all of
imagine.
that, yeah, it was very tough. But after I got the license, I'm like, okay, what do I do with it? I need some direction. And that's when I found you.
Hmm.
And I started looking into more of your videos, but then I really needed that extra aspect of the mentorship behind that because it's one thing to see something visually, but it's another thing to actually experience it and, hand to hand. And you offered that. So I was like, okay, let me proceed and try to reach out to you and see what I could do and we'll see what I could get out of this experience.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's, that's where I was. I was like that too. When I first got in, it was just like, well, how can I get some hands-on training? And then you were able to do that. I mean, how many inspections have you been on with me?
Shoot, at least 10.
Okay, yeah, I would say at least that many. Plus, I know you've done a couple inspections for me when I wasn't even there.
Yeah, the
I,
virtual inspections for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, we did. There was that one fire went out in Lawrenceville. I think initially your grandmother's house was you did on your own and then you sent me the
Yeah.
photos. And we you got paid for that claim too, right?
Yeah.
For your grandmother's claim. That's good. So tell us about how you got this intern position.
I was actually just looking around to see is there anything that I'd be interested in because I wanted to take the time during the summer to learn a lot more about the industry
Mhm.
within one of the businesses in the industry. So somebody from my school actually reached out to me and they told me about a position at I'll just go ahead and say State Farm. And I was like, why not? Let me go ahead and try and see what I could do. If I get it, cool. If I don't, I'll still keep looking because there are a lot of different opportunities out there.
Yeah.
But thankfully for like thanks to you, practice the interview, the resume, especially the resume, and different things to that nature. And had two different interviews, did really well. They liked what they heard and they liked me. And I ended up getting the position 2 weeks later.
Okay.
And
So tell us
yeah,
about the position. Like what's it going to be like? What will you be doing?
so I'm going to be an intern for the property and casualty department. So they're going to basically be having me and a lot of my other teammates when it comes to that time, learning more about the day-to-day operations as like I believe, a desk adjuster and functioning on a team and seeing what everybody's roles are within the team on a day-to-day.
Nice.
And beyond that, we're going to be coming up with a presentation to present to executives at the end of the summer to showcase what we have learned throughout
Hmm.
the summer
Hmm.
and a couple of other things that they haven't made 100% clear yet, but
Hmm.
I will start to know as we get closer to the date.
Yeah, I can't wait until you actually get in there so that we can see what you've learned from working with me and your experience now. I would like to see how that translate to the desk position that you're going to be working now.
Hmm.
I think that's really cool. I'm assuming you have to be bright too to kind of get that position. How many people did are going to be on your team? Did they say?
They didn't mention how many people are going to be on the team.
Mhm.
I think I'll start. I might find out that information next month when they give us some more information.
I see.
But I also did get another internship that I was telling you about for the rest of the school year,
Okay,
and there's
right.
only going to be about three other people working with me, so three other students.
Okay.
And yeah, this that's particular internship is with Lockton and Buckhead,
Okay.
and so we're gonna be it's a small group. We're gonna be working proactive tasks for the company or on their
Hmm.
behalf, and with that, we're still learning more about the industry. And this isn't necessarily geared as much toward insurance that it is risk management holistically,
Hmm.
but it's still a great opportunity to get my feet wet.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think coming to work with us because your resume before, what was your past jobs? It was kind of like a couple of gig positions, and I think you had a catering position.
Yeah, so a lot of my positions that I had, aside from working at Target, were essentially freelance positions. So I did help my uncle from time to time with his catering business. I did do DoorDash, Postmates, different things to get some quick cash. But
Yep.
Target was my main source at one point, and that's where I learned a lot about customer service. And I was able to apply that to um, working with you and
Uh-huh.
speaking with clients and such.
Yep.
So that really did help. But as far as the resume itself went, my resume was not geared toward anything risk based. So it didn't acknowledge any skills or any attributes that I might have gained from from my work experience, which would contribute to risk management or how it would apply to the insurance aspect of it. So before I came to you, there were no risk mitigation techniques on there or anything. But after that, you actually exposed me to a lot of things that I didn't really notice. Like, okay, for instance, how I might have helped somebody or the company itself um, reduce. There was a situation where somebody was trying to steal something from Target.
Hmm.
They call them short change artists,
Uh-huh.
and I was able to inform the manager about some guy who was doing it before he was able to take too much more money from the company itself or from our specific store itself because we had already
Uh-huh.
been robbed before. So you informed me that was a risk management technique, a form of
Yeah.
loss prevention, and I didn't
Yep.
really see that at first.
Yep.
And through experiences like that, I kind of got an understanding of how risk management applies to everyday life for many
Mm.
things. So yeah,
That's true. You're
definitely.
right. Actually, risk management, every time you look out and cross the street, you look left and you look right. You are
Exactly.
managing that risk to prevent injury to yourself or to a loved one or to that car, other property damage because you didn't look left or right. So you are managing risk every day. Plus, in your job, working the loss prevention at Target, even as a caterer, making sure that you have certain things, paperwork and things filled out, making sure that you understand like the risk of if you don't put this food in the cooler correctly, the risk that you're taking using glass to scoop ice. There's a lot of risk out there, and so that's why when you come with to me with a nice resume, you just have we take what you have and actually translate it into what the insurance companies want to hear. So that's actually really, really good that you were able to get not one, but two opportunities off of that resume. And we're just continue to build on top of that from what you have. And plus, not only that, we added the experience that you had working and job shadowing me or shadowing me. We also
Hmm.
put that in there so that that way you, because you're actually doing that. I mean, you've gotten on roofs. I don't know if you've been in any crawl spaces, but very early on, you got on roofs. You went in house. You did houses. You did inspections. You did floor plans, drawings. And now you'll be practicing Xactimate more. So that is awesome. I couldn't wait to say congratulations to you on that one, but two opportunities. Not only were you doing that, but you're in school and you're still doing other like part-time work. So that's a lot on your plate. How do you manage it all?
Honestly, that's it's still